and our own bodies to hurt other people now.
Yeah.
But we're using, like, we take the earth as if it's just for us to take.
How else will you stop someone like Hitler who's coming to annihilate France and Britain?
Me personally,
Yes, what would you do when Hitler was here
get on my knees and I would pray and I would say,
and he would shoot you in the head? Then what would you do? The nation is still suffering.
I would be at peace with myself because I give all of my best. And how do you know he would shoot me? Because who I would be asking
Because he
for
did.
protection would be love.
No, he did actually.
And if he did, then I would at least be in line with what
I don't think you understand the thinking of a dictator. I don't think you understand it, because
you asked
if
me, I
he
didn't say what was right or wrong. I
no,
said
no, no,
that
but
I would
would you actually agree with the millions of people that he killed? You wouldn't agree, would you?
I don't think that
Why do you
we
think-
need to kill each other.
No, I agree. We don't need to. That is why I gave you that ayah from chapter 5, verse 32. That if you kill one man unjustly, it is as if you kill the whole of mankind. But then there are evil people like Hitler who would commit atrocities, and that is the reason all the Europeans marched against him, and the Russians. They marched against him to get rid of that evil. Because if you let him continue his way, then he would have massacred a lot more people. How else? You can't just look. Sometimes you cannot rationalize with people who are irrational.
If someone is in front of me, right? If
Yeah.
someone is in front of me and they are actively hurting somebody, I can interfere as much as I can. Maybe I get killed, but I can interfere.
When you interfere, you mean you would use force?
Force.
Okay, that's exactly what I'm saying. So you're agreeing with me?
Not entirely.
I'm not saying
Depends on
unjustly.
how and what
Yeah.
and why.
Look, I'm not saying you just go to war for no reason. I'm saying that's why I said just war is something that we have to take into account as a last resort. So if you have completed all the negotiations, talking about love, talking about empathy, once you have done all that, and they still go on massacring and killing people, then, like you rightly said, sometimes force is necessary. And this is what we have seen throughout human history. There have been dictators, there have been people who were massacred. But the thing is, if nobody stops them, they go on killing. For us, the right thing to do would be, if you have the power, then you stop them. And this is also from the hadith of the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him. He told us there are 3 ways you can actually, go about doing something when you see something wrong. So if you see something wrong or evil, you stop it with your hand. That means with your power, with your ability, physically. If you cannot do that, that means you don't have that ability, then you speak out against it. So you do it with your tongue. And if you still can't do that, then the least of the iman is that at least you consider it bad in your heart.